Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and we are on the Dadcraft 73 Patreon server. I'm going to be giving you a quick update on the carpets and see where things are going. And I'll clear the chat because it doesn't make much sense. Here we go. And we will see where we can get ourselves going. This is one of those days where I'm kind of eating coffee and a bit of a headspace check. Nothing wrong, just I'm a little bit under the weather, so that's all there is to it. Voice was a little sore this morning, so we'll just have to see where we go from here. All right, so first things first. Oops. Game. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna get it back over my shoulder. That's good. Once again, I was playing Valheim yesterday, and their inventory key is different than it is in Minecraft. So once again, I'm playing the old. So only got about 5-ish. I think 5. Yeah. Done recently. Maybe 10. I think. Am I here? No, I got about almost 10 rows complete on the picture. So you can kind of see what it is in the mini map, but I will definitely bring up the bigger one. Fairly large picture, but also bring up the reference just so you can see where we are at. There is reference today. References. Okay, so you can see on the right-hand side that we have some stuff that's starting to look a little bit like our picture. We're actually not that far off of being through the first third of the picture. So let's just get that up on the screen. There we go. So you can see that we've got the left-hand arm going, and we've got part of the scabbard that actually makes more sense now. So yeah, we've got most of this stuff working. Next piece in will be the monk's habit after we get past, there's a little bit of a black line at the top that you can just barely see. That'll be coming all the way down. We'll finish the first third probably today. I don't know if I'll get stuck in, or I don't know if I'll be able to get some time this weekend, kick in and start the second third in the middle, but hopefully we will, and I'll have something interesting to show you next Tuesday. So there we are. All right. And I don't mind doing a recap later if people missed it, so that's all good. First thing, I'm just going to turn off the reference, otherwise I'll forget and leave it on my head all day. So today's project, I guess we could say, I'm just going to see if, okay, I do have an inner chest. I'm just going to dump some of the carpets because I was working last night. And I've got a few shulker boxes, and I've got a couple of totems to drop off. So it's been a bit of a interesting weekend, or interesting couple of days, I guess, not a weekend. But I have been poking around at my raid farm. It's a smidge more efficient now. I have fewer raids that time out, which is kind of nice. I think I may have found some more of the holes where things were hiding. I don't know if I've actually got them all, but I don't really care as long as I can get raids that don't time out. And they seem to take forever, but that's just because I think it might have something to do with killing banner people in the middle. But at the moment, I'm too tired to really care, so it's all good. Just looking forward to the week being over. I've got a 3-day weekend this weekend, but I'd forgotten when I mentioned about that in Discord this morning that I have one last scout meeting for the season. It's a nice wrap up with some campfire and stuff like that, but in all honesty, if I had my choice, I'd just go instead of going to the meeting. But, you know, kids enjoy it. It's totally worth doing. It wraps up their season nicely, and they get to think about some of their friends. Some of the scouts will be going to... Good morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Some of the scouts will be going to Denmark in the summer, and others will not. So there's sort of their last chance to get together before they split up and have 2 different groups. So I'm glad to see you, glad to see you, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Hopefully your morning meetings haven't been too onerous, and that you won't be stuck in meetings too long today. So today's loose plan, that's my junk sword, okay. I want axe. Well, oh, no, actually, I think that is ish axe. This. Just trying to clean out a few extras, or I wander off to the mangrove zone to try and pick up some more materials, just to have variety to work with in stock. I figure I shall probably take this random stuff and put away the totems, because I know, not that I'm necessarily going to need them, but where else is the best place to find a totem except in a box for totems? I may want another axe if I'm out there. 2 disposable axes. I'll leave these other ones in the toolbox. Random tools. I may want another hose. That. Not super duper organized. I should have actually probably prepped this last night, but when I logged off last night, I just decided I'm going to bed, and that was all there was to it. Okay, boat. Hose. Boats are handy. Okay, we're good. Good-ish. I hear myself twice, so I think sounds. Oh, that should work better. Alright. When you're in the mangrove forest, you never know, you might want to leave. Where did I put my string? Oh, right, I don't have a string bin at the moment. Okay, hang on. That's probably where the string bin hid. Is there anything open in there? Full. Okay, we're good. So I just need to spend some time at some point ditching some of the stone I've got, because there's just a few shulkers. Yep, I'm going where the mangroves grow. I'm sure that's some old song I'm just not catching on to at the moment. Oh, and speaking of songs, I don't hear any tunes whatsoever. Now today we're going to try tunes. What have we got? I'm going to try some synthwave, but it may or may not actually fit the mood. If it does not, we may switch it partway through. Hopefully. Be good. Something can be hearing. I'm not. I don't know why. Okay, Fantastic Shot Fox will have to let me know if it's too loud. In any case, I think that's about as far as we get. Morning. Up. Hello. The other thing that's different between this game and Valheim is that the key for putting things into a chest right away, chest or shulker or whatever, is different as well. So if you hit crouch, the shift key for Minecraft, that's a stack split for Valheim. Whereas if you hit control Valheim, then that'll put it straight into the chest. Yeah, so I could probably change my key commands around, but it would confuse me in one of the two games. Alrighty. I'll be in the nether for a little bit, so I might as well start with my nether hat on. I can always change it later. Probably get around to repairing that one at some point. Anyway. Oh, excess light. That's what I was getting rid of. You know, I'll forget where I put these, but... I had more somewhere, and I can't remember where I put them. One of these days, now that Joe's got access to Java, I should probably hire her to do my inventory with me. That would be amusing. Probably not high on her list of things to do. Yes, we're going to go to the mangroves. Now, once again, thanks to a fantastic person on the server who's done all the legwork in advance. Stoner Miner has got us the mangrove area, and he's connected up a rail line to it. Sometimes I wonder if the poor guy's got an addiction to rail lines, or just to being helpful. Good, okay. Now playing song. It says stream tunes. Funny that it should say that because I got a copyright notice on my Valheim video from yesterday, even though I use stream tunes. And stream tunes is supposed to be safe and they're supposed to be whitelisted on all of the stuff in YouTube and things. So I was quite surprised. Turns out, once again, that YouTube has mislabeled one of the songs and they think it's a completely different song and a completely different artist. Kind of getting tired of that, but could be worse. There are people who actually monetize things and it matters to them. For me, it's just a pain in the neck. So, whereas for them, it actually matters. So I hear this is a bit of a longer run to get to the mangrove forest because, of course, without a trim, when we updated the server, I guess, whatever, to 1.19, we didn't actually trim the zones, so it means that none of the new material could generate except way outside where it already been. Now, that's fine if you're on foot, it's fine if you're on horses, but as is common these days on servers, the really good players have gone and got themselves elytra early. I don't have a problem with them doing that. It just means that they've flown all over the place, and a lot of stuff has been exposed and generated, which results in really large trim zones. So yeah, that's okay. Oh, seeing these sparkles, I'm in a basalt delta. I saw a neat thing on a video the other day, or a Twitch channel the other day, and I thought it was pretty neat. Somebody on Bedrock, I think, had built their tunnel in such a way that the frame to their direct, where their portal was done in snow blocks, but the spawn proofing all through the hallway was done in snow layers. And I thought that was pretty cool because in a basalt delta with all that dust stuff floating around, it does kind of look a little bit like snow. So it could work well with the impression that it has snowed all over the floor, and hence the reason the floor is white. So I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing they're keeping there, or if it's something that's going to be temporary thing, but because they haven't done anything to the walls and ceiling yet, and I'm not sure if I would bother, but it's really just a neat concept. Apparently somebody's far out. I keep meaning just to ride the rails and pop in and out of portals to see where everything goes, but just that's one of the things that takes time. Now that the kids are off school for the summer, there's less me time to be mucking around on games and stuff. There's some expectation, which is reasonable. We're going to be out and about and doing things and enjoying time with the kids and playing games with them and stuff like that. So some projects may slow down, like the carpet thing. Some projects may get portions of them done on stream that would not have been otherwise, once again, like the carpet thing. Hopefully we'll be able to find some interesting content for you guys. But, wow. It is in the middle of, like, nowhere, back and beyond. But in any case, yeah, so some of those things may slow down. I need to sort of reset my brain, keep on top of what I want to be doing on Minecraft. There's one of the things I find interesting about the summer is a twofold creativity issue. One is that depending on how long the season has been, on the one hand, I don't want it over. On the other hand, I picked a theme that I thought would be endless, and my idea pool is a little dry. But the other side of it is also that I kind of sort of want it to be over for that reason. But on the other hand, I want big projects that never end, such that I don't want it to be over. Summer is one of those ones where my brain feels like it's creatively mush when it gets too hot. It's not hot right now, but I just get sort of sluggish and not really want to do much of anything. Then, of course, I also want to be outside doing other things, like mucking around in the garden, for example. Although I'll admit our local weather has not been conducive to that at all. We've had rainstorms off and on for the majority of this week, and my son's soccer got cancelled yesterday because the city declared the fields just too wet, and they expected more rain showers in the evening. Didn't end up actually happening in our neighborhood, but who knows, it might have somewhere else in the city. This afternoon's supposed to look great, so I may have to get out and try and do some of the garden work this afternoon. There's supposed to be more rain showers tomorrow and all through the weekend and right up till like next Wednesday. So I've got some plots that I've been sort of nursing along that should have gone into the ground quite a while ago. Well, into our outdoor planters. But unfortunately, I don't like to be out there actively gardening in the rain. We've been just busy during the times when it's not raining. So, can't win them all. Visual variety! Yay! This is quite the long ride on the rails, actually. I'm enjoying it, but I can see why some people would say every once in a while we need scenery. On the other hand, I mean, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Brian's gone and done all this work to try and find this space for us and build all this rail. I mean, he spent time on foot out here. So I can't say thank you enough to him for getting this rail put in place. But I can also see why recently when CK Grapes was on the server riding the rail, she had plenty of time to chat with everybody or make some commentary on the server because there's not a ton going on. And so, yeah, wow. But I'm incredibly thankful for this because I don't do elytra. I don't fly. I've thought about asking one of the other people on the server to borrow some elytra, intending to return them repaired and stuff so I can practice and learn to fly. I mean, obviously I could do it by, you know, getting a set in creative on another world and then practicing over there. But one of those things that if I'm going to be derping and crashing into stuff, then might not hurt to be doing that in front of some friends. Just, you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. I'm just up in the air on that one. But anyways, I especially enjoy the rails because being done because I can't imagine A, I get lost if I had a horse, and B, without elytra, this would be an incredibly rough fall or fly. Good morning, Bobrine. Or sorry, good afternoon. Late afternoon, actually. Almost evening for you. Have you had yourself a busy day? It's great to see you had the chance to drop by. What you're seeing right now is I'm riding the rails to try and find some mangrove materials. Just a random selection of this, that, and the other so I can decide what I want to work with. And it's really, really, really far out to the mangrove zone that Stoner Miner has found for us, but he spent the time to put the rail lines in, which is fantastic, because I was just saying I don't fly in the game. So on horse, this would be a really long time, and I have a suspicion that there's probably people that come up here and decide that they're just going to, like, elytra rocket fly it and try and follow the train lines. Ooh, just prepping dinner. Sounds great. What's on the menu today? And I actually haven't asked Fantastic Show at Fox what our menu is going to be yet. I'm pretty sure he told me. I just can't remember at the moment. I'm just a smidge under the weather, which just means I'm going to need to pause for hydration or wet my whistle a little bit more. Hoping the coffee's cool enough. Maybe. Yeah, it's drinkable. That's good. Mushrooms. So used to the roof of the nether being incredibly bland that it surprises me what mushrooms grow. Basically the big baddies I'm really worried about are not available up here, which is kind of nice. I mean, I could. Ooh. So if you want to see where we've been, give you a rough idea of just how far out we are. This crazy blob is sort of the stuff that I've gotten covered in the nether before. And you can see that we're not actually uncovering a whole lot all that fast, but you can also see that it is one stinking far place out. Ooh, chicken Kiev! Yum, yum, yum. I don't think I've had that in a long time. Though on the other hand, anything that may possibly have breading sauce or cheese is sometimes up in the air with our kids. Yeah, so I was really far out. Still, we're way up top, so we've got... I'm not quite sure where the rail system is, I think. Somewhere in there, so that's about 232, minus 232, minus 20. We are looking at currently sitting roughly minus 72, 4,088. So this is a good bit out. And I'm not hearing noises, so I may have actually made it. Wow. No, don't go anywhere. I want you to be there when I get back. I don't really want to walk all that far. Yeah, that would stink. Okay, I'm just curious. Ah. So this is yet another farm of sorts. I'm just going to double check but just see what he's got going. Got in here. Oh! Wow. Just a few. So I'm assuming then this is a magma cube farm. Cool. Something happens here and something happens way up there. You know, I don't think I'm going to travel this all that often, so I'm just going to head straight up and see what's going at the top just because I can. And I definitely won't touch anything. Just want to make sure that it's... Not everything that's done is Delenn safe. I don't have a habit of breaking everything, but if I don't know how it works, I don't really want to touch anything just in case I accidentally hit something that does break stuff. He's going all the way up to build height on this one. Could be a while, so I may... Without elytra, I can't jump. That just occurred to me. Got good boots, but that wouldn't save me. 40. Lost my feet. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he went up pretty darn high. Okay. Go back down. That was... I don't know what he would do that for, but I'll ask him at some point. I just figure I'm not going to be out here all that often. I hope. If I find the materials I like, then just hope I grab enough of them. I've got 3 shulker boxes available in addition to my inventory and a couple of spaces left in the ender chest, so go with that to start with. I'm assuming that's probably the AFK point for farm. Yeah, that would be. If I do the math. We're on Y128 now and just double it, and mobs are about 128. And you had to build a spawnable platform, because they can't spawn on glass, and they can't spawn on the nether roof itself. So he's done that, and then he's built the AFK spot way up top. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Add some more holes in the nether roof. What are we on top of? It would be on top of... That's quite a spaghetti mess. Ick. It wouldn't want to be there. Although I can just about guarantee if I did come out and start blowing stuff up there, then... Not blowing stuff up, digging things out and chopping stuff down, probably not too many people would care that much. I'll check with Brian before I start doing that sort of thing. Okay. Now... 27, we should be okay. Meaning that hopefully there won't be anything super nasty on the other side. Sweet. That looks cool. This is my first glimpse at seeing anything in the mangrove forest firsthand. Hello, Mr. Froggy. This would be mud, I think. I have no real idea what I'm actually looking at in most of these. I tried to stay away from a lot of the spoilers and such. Or not spoilers, the information in advance. That's what I'm going to call it. Yes, that's it. But it is kind of weird how, like, the branchy types of things are see-through. That's unique. Very interesting. Before I get too far, I'm not a scumpus person with, like, torches and things, so I may be best off to start following other people's, but I should probably just add this to my list of waypoints and turn it on, because... not that one. Because otherwise I'm going to get incredibly lost. Good morning, PP Zerk. How are you? Thank you very much for resubscribing. I really appreciate that. Oh. Go. And... Okay. Now, what else is on? Okay, I can leave that one off for now. Welcome back again, Zerk. Thank you very much for your resubscription. I always wonder, when people subscribe, what it is that keeps you coming back. I know that these two particular individuals are two of our mods, so that's got a lot to do with it, I'm sure. But there's more than that.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, let's sort by distance. I haven't missed. Not that way. Portal. Blah 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 blah.
Hello.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, guys. That always feels good. I really do appreciate the support. So I'm just going to... Oops. I'd be curious. Why is there a marker up there? Huh. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Oh, and there's little... Oh, I get it. Okay. It's probably frogs, because as far as I know, Journey Map doesn't have a little icon for frogs yet. That would be frogs. Yeah, there's one over here. I could actually check that. Totally fine, guys. In all honesty, you guys are the clip masters. So I may end up I will probably end up asking you guys for a little bit of help, just so that I can clip out the actual boss fight from Wednesday's Valheim thing and get it reposted. Just some people missed it, and I just was not feeling up to repeating it in the evening. You've experienced the same thing. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure it's a frog. I'm actually just curious. Does the other product... as far as the minimap, it's unset. I wonder why it's unset. Let's see. Settings, minimap. Odd. I've got the minimap for that one, but it just doesn't want to act like it's enabled. Quickly set the bed spawn. And where? Here. It's on. I have no idea. That's okay. We'll just go with it. So, because I'm just wandering around and I don't really have any particular need to know exactly what everything is, because I'm never going to remember it anyways. Oh, and I forgot. Cheers, great. That's okay. What I'm actually going to do is mess around a little bit. Not going to change the resource pack at the moment, because that would be silly. But I will try a shader pack. Pull that. And done. Sun shafts in here are going to be interesting, so that's why I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. Ooh. But yeah, I'm sticking with the original textures for now, just because I don't know what everything is. And I'm not fully sure that the resource packs that I've got right now even have a texture for a lot of these things, which means that they would look like a bit of a clash. Froggies! Yep. Turn around, frog, turn. He's gone again. That's the way it goes around. Ooh. I'm like, ooh. There's a lot of ooh going on here. Okay. So let's see. I hope I have my ears in something. Probably in here if I put them anywhere. Yes, I did. Excellent. Oh, I do have hose. I have more hose than I can shake a stick at. Okay. Got a few. And I forgot that I had scaffolding in there. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm one of those days where it's the in this chest there should be. However, most chances there isn't. Yes. Oh, 5:34. Okay. Getting darker. It's going to be dark faster than I expected. That's part of the sunshaft bonus. This is, I'm looking around going, where do I start? Where do I start? Watch out, watch out. Oh. Glenn. Facepalm. Oh, Froggy. I really wish I brought a Another bed. That would have been sensible. No, not in. Great. Okay. Well, I'm going to be that person. Because I'm the only one on the server. So let's put away the mess. I made a mistake. And I will be that person who borrows the bed and then puts it back after. Just because otherwise I will never remember. Sleep. And goes. Let's see. Are these silk touch shears? No, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, did that work or not? Good, I didn't destroy it. Excellent. That was meant as a spawn-proof. We'll find out soon enough. Rain. Uh-huh. Figures. Come here, you stupid zombie. Where are you? Oh, and there's creepers too. Fantastic. Hmm. Dropped iron. That's interesting. I sleep now. No. Ow! Skeleton. Please go away. Okay. Going in the knee. Alright. Going to be interesting. Creepers galore. Fun. Oh, you too. I don't need spiders. No, I don't feed. Away. Uh-oh, that's water. Hmm. I like this spot. Nice and sunny. Okay. Going generically. Oh, oops. Oh. Everything's giving me the jump. Creeps. That's okay. Something I don't usually do in terms of going. Oh. Yeah, bottom left corner. Where are you? Left corner. Off. There we go. Close. Did I just see? There's a bee out here. Who needs a bee out here? What would you be making honey with? Seriously. Where? How far? 143. Okay, I'm gonna go probably at least another 5 or 10 before I start hacking and slashing at stuff. Just so that I don't just everybody's nice thing. Maybe. Maybe. 158, yeah, that'll do. Nice sunny spot, yeah, that'll even do more. Start by nibbling and then just get some stuff. Being there, done that. Wow. Yeah, of course it's raining. They should have called this the rainforest, just leave it. Although then it would imply that it's raining all the time, and I'm not so keen on that. I just realized, how do I, what would be the best way for me to, up. Oh. Ouch. Didn't even up that way. Okay, well, when almost fails, resort to the classic methods. Well, all else has not failed yet, but when I give up on other methods, then I can go to the classic ones. Sure, why not? Just a nice random spot. I like that one just because. Reason? No. There we go. Now the bad news is, unfortunately, I don't own a Silk Touch Hoe. Therefore, I will definitely rectify that at some point. But at the moment, it means that I do some destruction so that I can get upwards further. That one. Go. Aha! Excellent. One of the targets achieved. I have a couple mangrove saplings. Now, if it's anything like a jungle sapling, I'm going to have a horrible time trying to find the rest. I didn't touch that. Please don't tell me it's going to despawn underneath me. That would just suck. Aha. Controlled despawn is where it's at. Now I have full expectation that I'm probably going to lose a lot of my scaffolding because when I break it, it's going to get stuck on things, and I'm okay with that. The other thing is about this forest is that it does seem to a lot of the trees close enough together that I have no expectation that the leaves are actually going to despawn. Yeah. Trying to remember to chop them as I go, but I have to also remember not to chop them down before I get the wood, so that's kind of critical. But, oops. Oh, yes, okay. Silk Touch Axe. That'll do it. I'm hearing noises I don't want to hear. Leaves actually make a poof noise when they go and despawn. That's kind of creepy. New, but creepy. New to me. I mean, it's probably been doing that for ages. I just never noticed. But you have actually... Oh, that's interesting. So I've actually got mangrove roots this high up. I knew that real-life mangroves have quite a lot of roots, but I never thought it would be that high up. Oops. Well. Oh. Yay, good boots. Earth. Whatever. Roots. X? Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay. So they fall like scaffolding. That's a new one. Huh. Oh, nope, not quite. I just got fast. Okay. Neato. Neato. Wow. You know, Zerk, I used to know that word really well, but for some reason I just can't even pronounce it anymore. They're compostable. Ooh. I'm assuming then that if I did some sort of crazyoid tree farm, that I'd be able to compost excess roots then, is what you're saying. I like that. I also like that I went from 2 up to 6 by getting one of the things that look kind of like a hanging fruit. That's quite nice. Because it's definitely going to be something that's going to be happening. Once I figure out how. It seems that just about every type of wood that I find easy to deal with, suddenly there's always a hitch. So I'm expecting a hitch. Don't need a shovel out here, so let's move this. That back where it should. Dead where I expect it to be. Alrighty. Now things can fill spaces, actually. fill spaces and I can down. Where are we here? No organization to this, so yeah. Cool. I can tell I've been hanging around my mother-in-law for a number of years when I start using some of her phrases. Things in her world are too cool very quickly. I find that amusing. Things my kids do are too cool. Kind of. Now, for those of you in the chat that already know this, because clearly I don't. As far as you're aware, what sort of return do you tend to find on a mangrove in terms of what's the word here? Propagoules? I don't know. I'm just guessing. If you farm it yourself, like at home. I mean, I'm in the savannah, so that's not exactly ideal for getting trees to cooperate. Part of the reason I ask is that regular jungle wood is really difficult for me to get saplings out of. And I'm fairly certain that's the case for a lot of things, so I really should go to a jungle and just hack and slash if I actually want more jungle wood. Farming it at home is not a great idea. I've run myself out of saplings about 4 times now. Let's see. Lots of roots, very little wood. Okay, but if you can compost the roots, that's fine. Not bad? Okay, good. So that's the key, is I'm really liking this mangrove wood, like, a lot. The leaves are okay. They're not ideal, but I mean, I'm not usually much of a leaf builder anyways. I just like to have some, in case I figure out something to do with it. The other funny thing about these trees, it looks like, pardon me, they're such a weird shape. Which, I mean, nighttime soon. They're such a weird shape that I don't think I can easily tell where the start or the end is. Oh, not yet. Okay. So, let's see. The roots, we've got carpet, we've got leaves, we've got propagoules, we've got wood. I think that's it for the majority. Okay, so they hang from the leaves from those little bundles, but don't actually drop from them, which basically means then if you're looking at a tree, then the only place to get them is from ones that hang, and then the leaves farther up don't do squat, really. Good to know. Okay, so, for those of you in the know, I'm trying to remember, I'm struggling a bit to remember the various list of things available in this area, so I can get at least one, preferably a handful, just about everything unique. Things that are difficult to replicate elsewhere. Now, I know the carpets are not ideal, because one generally needs a moss block to do much with that. Oh, whoops. Bubble. This is indeed mud. That is indeed muddy mangrove roots. Excellent. Okay. Go to bed. Oops. And the mud makes itself very easy. I have seen Arch Thunder's designs for mangrove farms and such. Not mangrove farms, sorry, mud farms. For people that like using the mud. I have yet to see what mud looks like when it dries out. I don't know if they put that mechanic in. But not looking up a lot of the stuff in advance to keep it a surprise. I honestly didn't think I was going to actually ever have and or find anything beyond mud, simply because of the lack of flight and things being so far out. But Brian saved my skin on that one. So I don't think he intended to. Look, I think he likes making rail tracks. But also there are plenty of players that are in a far newer state on this server than myself, particularly now that anybody who owns license to either version of Minecraft can get onto this server if they wish. Like, I mean, not anybody, but like any of our patrons could say, oh, hey, I own Bedrock and I want to try Java. Let's try the Java server. And so there's a bunch of new people starting. So because of that, it just, this isn't just for me, it's for them too. But still, it's appreciated one way or the other. I'm sure that people like Joe will figure out more efficient ways of farming and climbing and cutting these things, but I'm just enjoying making a mess. I'm thinking I'm liking the color enough that if I'll be curious to see what happens with my more realistic mod pack, just in terms of textures for this wood, because their texture of dark oak is understandably an awful lot lighter than the game has it being. So it looks a little weird, but this one's is anywhere near half decently dark, then I might actually use it for frame around the outside of the carpet art once it's finished, assuming I get there. But we'll have to see, because I would definitely need to farm a lot more of this stuff. Likely at home, so to speak, but it's fun to do it here to start with. Almost at the top. It is a little bit like a regular rainforest insofar as it's kind of an appreciated thing to, or an appreciated, yay, we made it, when you actually get to the top. Mud you can make, but rooted mud, I'm not sure if you can make those. Well, I'm actually thinking if I make a big mud patch and then try and farm the tree in the mud patch, maybe that might get me rooted mud. It's worth an experiment anyways. One thing I'd forgotten to bring with me here was bone meal. I have, or not. But it'll be an interesting experiment to see what it does in that direction. Because if it is that easy to get the rooted mud, that's probably a good way to deal with it. Can't. I'm trying to see. I have to grow the purple logs in 1 deep water. Okay, well. Okay. Thank you, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Bit of a surprise. That's very appreciated. I guess when you think about it, it is a smart decision. We'll leave it at that. Because we're still, which reminds me, unrelated-ish, but it reminds me that probably by, early to mid-August maybe, if not, actually maybe towards the end of the month. So yeah, sometime in August, I should probably hit the 60 days required of streaming post being affiliate that is necessary for me to start getting follower mode approvals. So I'm looking forward to that, just to be able to open up some of the slots. I haven't worried too much about actual emotes until then, but I'm looking at different ways of maybe adding text onto the logo I use now, or where was I? I was looking for but adding text onto the logo I've got now, and maybe getting my daughter to help draw some more different things. She seems to want to do my emotes for me, so I'm not going to argue with that, other than at the moment I have to remind her that I want them in color. So yeah, we're doing good. But so I may have some more emotes coming fairly soon-ish. Soon TM, as they say. But I just want to, once I've got follower emotes, it's much more worth it, because then it won't be just limited to subscribers to be able to use them. At the moment, I don't yet have any other subscriber-only benefits, just because I've been out of ideas of things that I would want to limit to just subscribers right now. But sometimes I've been reading that people tend to limit to subscribers once they've actually got enough community involvement, community membership, that it makes it worth it. Whereas right now we're still growing. Growing is where it's at. Right? Seems kind of sus to be on the unsub mod. Ooh, good point. Very, very good point. Not to mention that it's difficult for you to be able to try and use the hype mod, which is at the moment currently only tier 1 available, without being subbed. And sometimes when the other mods are busy, if you're there, then you're the one who ends up wanting to use that emote more than others. I often forget, to be perfectly frank. I have it, I love it, but I just forget to use it. That weird, like, leaf despawning sound that got going in here? That keeps making me think that there's mobs after me. So I think that alone probably going to be one of the sounds I have to seek out and add to my list of come scare me kind of sounds, simply because it's that effective. Then it'll be a little bit unique for a while because people don't always... We tend to use a lot of the same sounds to scare each other. It'd be kind of nice if different things trigger different people. The other thing I'm planning on, just haven't done it yet, is putting together a spreadsheet of the commands I've got going, partly to keep them organized for myself, but also so that then I can easily copy paste out a list for my mods of what they can do, because there's a bunch of stuff that I think they can see but couldn't actually use. I'm not quite sure about that on the bot, because of course being a moderator, not a moderator, the broadcaster, I can see all of it, right? Hype! Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. I had unfortunately poked Sherlock Fox to sit through and watch with me a couple of YouTube vids. People talk about, here's how to mod on mobile, and dead stick. Yeah, okay. Vids on that just because it was helpful. Just one of the ones took us on a walk through what the what the various settings were on some of the mod screen elements. I didn't even know what some of them were, so I figured, well, if I'm going to watch this thing, I'd probably drag a mod through it. Whereas my assumption was that PP Zerk and Zerk are very familiar with them. They tend to be the kind of community members you want because they show up as mods in an awful lot of streams, and frankly, partly because of that, that's one of the reasons why I've gone with the come and go mod system, where they're available, great, but if they've got a busier channel that they need to be available for, I'm totally cool with that too, because sometimes connections aren't exactly the key. It's, in a way, it's who you know. And when people aren't busy. Server will be starting in 1 minute. Okay. What that means, I'm really hoping that mobs cannot reach me through the mangrove roots, because that's what I have the most of. Oh, this, and it's late and I should have slept anyway. Or the creepers nearby come and get me. And that's a no on the not coming to get me part. Away, Mr. Creeper. Yeah, exactly. You've got a command waiting that I'd love to do for you. It also keeps reminding me when I see that, that I owe Haku my update information, because she said, yeah, sure, I can swap out your command for you on DC's channel. I just need the material, and I just haven't gone and clipped the video yet. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's going to be interesting. Okay, well, I will head to the Be Right Back screen, and then we'll give ourselves 5 minutes of Lego while everything restarts, and then we'll come back. interesting Lego issue from me, but for who act as a group, that's to show wonderful fun. And he for me hospital things. It's where one is in and and back there, but that's where anyone leave from when they do help. I wanted to Lego. Can't win them all. Let me see what I can do. Oh. Uh-oh, deja vu. Lego camera hype. The problem is when the Lego camera goes south, if I go to click on its properties, it goes not responding and can crash the entirety of OBS. Yeah, same crash as before. I think I'm going to have to get Fantastic Sherlock Fox to walk me through that one once we've got some cable time. I don't think it's a huge issue, but I think I'm just going to have to remember to physically disconnect the camera between streams and then reconnect it, because leaving it sit, eventually it's like the camera goes to sleep and the system doesn't know what to do with it. So, yep. So, the broadcasting system has gone south, and I will see you guys back in just a moment.